The new rental crisis now facing America. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the video. If you're new, I want to thank you for stopping by. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. As a California licensed real estate agent in a euphoric Southern California market, it has been like the Wild West out here. Working in real estate has been an absolute dogfight. I've been seeing so much craziness going on with follow the herd mentality, drinking the real estate punch at its highest levels. During a pandemic, I went through the most busy time I've ever seen in real estate, and that is not normal. I've decided just to turn the camera on, come to YouTube, and do my best to try to give back to some of my viewers. I know for me to become wealthy and even retain my own wealth, I have to make other people wealthy first, and that's my objective here today, folks. So thanks for checking in. Before we get to this very, very, very red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And please watch the video to the end for what hopefully will be my final thought. So let's get right into this, folks. So here's the thing. Like I said before, as a boots on the ground real estate agent who just went through the craziest time, like it's one thing to offer asking price for properties, never have done that until the pandemic, but over asking price. It's not even a question of over asking price, it's how much over asking price. And it's so insane that I just turned the camera on one day and kind of laid it out for some people, and my channel went crazy. So thank you for that. Now, the thing is, folks, what we're now seeing is, again, a market shift. Market shifts right now should be paid very close attention to. Like I said, for a lot of us, it's been this total euphoria, follow the herd mentality into a potential slaughter. And I'm not okay putting people into homes become house poor, where one blip in the economy or their income could throw them into a tailspin. I'm currently waiting on the sidelines. I know many of you are as well. So my latest trend of calls rather than buyer needs is now rental needs. And 9 times out of 10, it's because the owner wants to sell or moving back into the home. But regardless of what's pushing you into the rental market, we're going to see this continued trend to take place. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm a big fan of jumping into a rental and waiting on the sidelines and not becoming house poor. I always said, and this is the case for me, and I'm never going to tell you guys to do anything that I don't do myself, is we should be more concerned about owning other people's properties than our own. We should put our own homes on hold for a while and try to scoop up some investment properties, and then down the road we can get into our own home if that's what we want to do. Now, personally, I have multi rentals myself. I got mixed use commercial properties, meaning I have commercial and residential. It's very diverse, and it's changed my life. Real estate has absolutely changed my life. It's taken a lot of the pressure off me to market myself as a realtor and go out and try to tell everybody that, oh, this is the best time to buy. And, you know, I've been seeing a lot of agents. I still post on a lot of my social media, a lot of marketing for myself as a realtor. But one of the things I don't do is grandstand right now, bragging how, oh, my clients just won, you know, this home, or my clients just got, you know, 10 offers on this home. Because here's the thing, folks, a 10-year-old could sell a house in this current market. And so I really kind of, you know, left a bad taste in my mouth, to the point now I'm coming to YouTube to give you guys some straight talk, not watered down bubblegum real estate. It's turn the mic on and go. I don't edit it down until I'm perfect and then give it to you. What you see is what you get. So, like I said, I have rental properties. I help my clients with their rental properties. I rent my primary home myself. I love it, and the reason is this. First of all, I live 5 minutes from the beach, and I'm not so married to the asset. I know back when I owned my primary home, oh my gosh, I was at the, you know, department store or hardware store or wherever every weekend picking up a new doorknob or light fixture or plant. It became all about the house, and all my eggs were in one basket. And I personally love free time. I don't want to deal with that. So for me, I'm much more focused on owning rental property and jumping into a rental myself. An agent once I knew rented a crazy nice house. I'm like, I can't believe you rent this nice house. Why do you rent? And they go, it's not important to own where you live. It's just important to own. And I've always ran with that. So this is a great video. I'm hoping for some of you that are in the rental market, that are going to be in the rental market, or if you know somebody that's in the rental market. Because I know both sides of this coin, I'm going to give you today what I think is going to be a huge tool for you to land a rental in now what's going to be a competitive rental market. And myself now, the condo that I have by the beach, when I took ownership, or when I rented that property, I worked with the owner. We fixed the place up. I knew we were going to go to market at some point, and I'll probably get to do that transaction. So it's a slight, a bonus for me. But the reality is I'm going to be house hunting again. And even though I'm a real estate professional, it doesn't mean that I'm going to have a clear edge when landing property. I might compete with people that maybe look better than me on paper. So what can I do to stand out from the pack? How can I secure rentals? Well, I'm in a better position than I am now than in the past. I remember needing a rental where maybe my credit score wasn't that good, where maybe my cash reserves weren't that good, where maybe my income wasn't that good. And you become a little desperate. And again, folks, side note, right now, anytime you're dealing with a landlord or owner or manager, the one thing you can never do is come off as desperate. No life stories, no hard luck stories. No, oh, my owners are selling and we need this place. As hard as it is, because we want to appeal to people, it's good nature. It's a big turnoff for landlords when they see desperation. So you have to remain cool, calm, and collected. Like when I got the call, the owner's like, hey, we would like to sell. Can you help us? The reality is I'm, in the back of my mind, I'm going, great, I need to go secure a rental in a red hot rental market. But it's like, no problem, absolutely anything I can do to help. And we have to really remain with a good attitude in this situation. So please, 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 no hard luck stories, no life stories. So one of the things that I developed back when I needed a rental, and I'm going to continue to use that when I go house hunting again here shortly, is I created what's called my tenant overview letter. And what that is basically a kind of like a rent resume. It looks a little bit like a job resume, and it's very bullet pointed. Just my strengths. It gives a snapshot of who I am. And the reason why this has been so beneficial to me, if you've ever replied or inquired into a rental, sometimes just getting a reply back, you won't even get them. So a lot of times what I would do is I would send my tenant overview letter as I inquire about the property, because it's rare for me if I have a property listed, a rental, and I'm seeing email after email. Hi, can I see this? Hi, we're interested. Hi, do you take pets? Hi, 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 hi. And it's just the same thing over and over. And then you see one tenant overview letter or rent resume attached. I click on it and I say, wow, this is something different from the pack. And so anything we can do to stand out from the pack is a good thing. In fact, you can even use a little clickbait on us. We use it on you all the time. If you're inquiring about a rental, maybe in the subject line of the email body, or whatever portal you're using to inquire about that property, is put like in all caps, great tenant, exclamation point, cash reserves, exclamation point, perfect, renter, anything you can do, because if we're seeing the same email, can text, which is just, the same auto reply. And then we see one that says great tenant. Well, that's clickbait for us. We're going to click it. And then it's, rent resume attached. And then we're going to click that. And we're going to go, hey, this person's clearly sharp in the type of target tenant we like. And we're going to respond to them, hey, happy to get you an application, or happy to show you the property. And so that's really what's happened for me as I've used this. And so I just went and repolished mine up and got it ready just in case I need it. I'm going to practice what I preach and go out there and use this. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to be looking at a property, and I'm going to go meet them in person, and I'm going to bring it to them and just hand it off to them right there in person. And I'm not going to give them any hard luck stories. I'm not going to tell them how, oh my gosh, I'm panicking right now or anything like that. You just can't do that. Again, what's going to happen is if I get an inquiry, an email about a property, and it has this big, long life story or hard luck story, and I'm like, oh, gosh, lose my home and kids and a whole family, and I'm stressed out just looking at this. Like, you have to hide that. So with that being said, I'm going to give you a really sneak peek of what I got it right here, of what I call my tenant overview letter. And as you can see, it's very short, concise. It looks similar to a job resume. You don't have to. I put a picture of myself here just so people can see maybe their prospective tenant, you know, a little bit about myself, you know, professional, blah, 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 you know, my employer, blah, 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 you know, my assets, cash reserves, blah, blah. I don't list any bank accounts. No, you know, no critical information here. Just a summary is fine. But something really just that you can do to set yourself apart from the pack. Again, if I'm reading application after application after application, and I'm like, oh, what's this? A tenant overview letter, professional guy, has good credit, great rent history, cash reserves. I also put, you know, willing to pay multiple months in advance rent. That does not hurt right now. Your chances, it shows your level of commitment and that you're solid, that you have cash reserves. And so you can be ready to prove that if you put that on there. But these are some of the things, folks, that you absolutely have to do. Listen, folks, I got to come up for air on this. There's so much information. It's going to get competitive out there. There's a lot of people about to flood the rental market that potentially are going to be getting evicted. Now, if that's not you, you know, you're clearly going to have an edge over somebody that has an eviction. But if that is you, this tenant overview letter that you can just get your strengths out there first, and maybe you get lucky and go directly to an owner that's not going to pull your report and discover that, or maybe, you know, they will you'll have an opportunity maybe to explain a little bit about that. This is huge. And listen, folks, they're like myself. I'm certainly not jumping out into the euphoria and buying at the height of the market. Like I've said in previous videos, I've done that before. It didn't work out. But like I said before, I'd rather rent where I live. I have the freedom. It's someone else's hassle. I can concentrate on other areas of my life, like rental property. Eventually, I might sell off all my rental property and go buy something outright and just ride off into the sunset. You know, that's a great option. See, I think one of the things that happens for us is, like I said, when we buy a house, it just becomes all about the house. And if that thing goes sideways, it is no fun. Folks, be more concerned about owning other people's property than you are with your own property. Get your cash ready. Get your agent ready. Let them know this is what you're looking for. I'm looking for a house that I can make pencil out as a rental. If you find anything, you let me know. I'm ready to go. Get an agent you trust that's ready to do that, right? See, most of these agents right now, they don't know other markets. They think this euphoric market's going to last forever, and it's just not. This is really going to separate the men from the boys, in my opinion, folks. So, you know, that's what I got for you today. Again, I just wanted to turn on the mic, come to you guys, let you have, hopefully see if this helps you a little bit. I'm pretty confident it will. Please leave a comment below and let me know. I want to hear from you. I'm doing my best to read all your comments. I'm busy. You're busy. I really appreciate your time. I can't thank you people enough. You've been so very kind to me. So go make it count today, and we'll see you on the next video.